Now let's talk about apps. All of these different apps you see on the screen here are third-party apps. Some of the ones Apple comes pre-installed, other ones I've installed from other developers. Now there are hundreds of thousands of apps, and that's truly how you make your iPad you, is by downloading the programs that make your life easier and that are what you want to do inside your iPad. Now you can see I have these built into folders, which are these little boxes here with apps inside it. If I tap on a folder, it's going to bring up all of my apps, and I can slide my finger to left and right if I have multiple pages in there. So for example, if I go to productivity, you can see there's going to be little dots right down here at the very bottom. I slide my finger and you can see multiple pages within that folder. To create a folder, all I have to do is hold down my finger on one of the apps. You'll notice they start to wiggle. This is how I organize my apps and rearrange them. I take one of the apps and I drag it on top of another one. Now, based on what you're putting in that box, it'll automatically generate a name for the folder. You can name it whatever you want though. So if I wanted to call this the stuff folder, hit done, and just like that I have a folder. Now to be able to stop the apps wiggling, you just hit your home button. So again, that home button takes you back out of something whenever you need to get out. Now if I didn't want to move that stuff into a folder, I tap on the folder, hold down on one of the apps, and then I'm going to drag the app out, right on the edge here, and I can move it down. Now I'm putting this app on my dock. My dock is this down here at the bottom, so no matter what page I am on my iPad, my dock always stays the same. So you want to keep your dock for the apps that you use most commonly. And I believe it is limited, so you can't put 40 apps down there. It's going to be the ones that you use on a daily basis that you need quick access to. Now if I wanted to move and rearrange folders, I can do that as well. So again, I'm just going to hold down my finger on one of the apps. Doesn't even have to be the app I'm rearranging. Click, drag, so you're holding down your finger and you're moving, and dropping. Now I can even move that to another page. If I take my finger, drag all the way to the right-hand side, you'll see how it'll start to go through different pages. So you can have apps on different pages. If you have one for presentation, maybe you have one for schoolwork, if you have one for meetings, you can have different pages with different themes, so that way only the apps that you need to be seeing at that moment show up. To stop them from wiggling, hit the home button, and they stop. Now if I want to remove an app that I install, again, I'm going to hold down on the app there till they start wiggling, and you notice that any app that I have installed will have a little X up here in the top left-hand corner. If I no longer need that app, I click on the X, it will confirm, do you want to delete? Hit delete, and it goes away. Now you can always reinstall that. Once you have purchased an app, whether it's free or paid, you can download it again for free in the future. However, if it stores data in there, like an inventory app, you may need to resync that data or completely refresh it. So it does not always back up that data. You need to make sure you have a copy of it somewhere. So again, hitting my home button to stop the wiggling.